Hey everybody, welcome back to the couch. My name is Melissa and this is Couch Mom Club. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about my wash and go, and we're also going to talk about something that has been trending in the media right now, and I need to get my little 2 cents in because it's hot right now and I don't want it to just, get lost in the sauce without me saying something. We're going to talk about Derrick Jaxn and his wife Danae. It's 9 o'clock, the kids are sleeping, and it's finally Friday. Guys, I did a wash and go, which if you know me, you know that I hate the term wash and go because you wash your hair and you literally can't go nowhere. Like, there is no go. It's wash and style and prepare and pray, and then you can go somewhere. So the process was really, really simple, guys. You'll see it here. I just literally washed my hair and then combed it through with product. I used 2 base products. One was an oil and the other was a gel. Now, I know a lot of people don't like using gels, but I find that when you use it in moderation, I know if you see the process, you're gonna think, what moderation? I used a whole lot. But I mean moderation in terms of the times that you use gel in your hair. I barely use gel. So this was one of the first times I've used gel since my postpartum hair loss journey. So I think we're gonna be okay. But I combed through some gel and some oil. The oil is just to ensure that the gel doesn't crispify my hair too much and keeps my hair moisturized. And the gel just makes sure that my hair is weighed down heavy enough so that I still have a bit of a style and my hair doesn't just poof up into an afro. The thing about the gel is that it's a water-based product, so it makes my hair shrink. All that water in my hair from the wash and then the products, it's just shrinking my hair. But again, if I pull it, you're gonna see that there's more length and you're a little bit fooled by the shrinkage that you see here. But I think that the style came out nicely. I'm taking this time now to learn how to do some natural hairstyles so that by the time the summer rolls around, I am ready and I don't have to wear my wig all the time, because remember, that's the goal. I don't want to wear the wig all the time. But this is the end result, guys, and I'm hoping that you like it. So I really, really wanted to talk about the tea. Of course, the things that have been in the media about Derrick Jaxn and his wife have just been taking the platform by storm. Everybody's talking about it. And I think it's because Derrick Jaxn, who is a self-proclaimed relationship guru, has been found out cheating on his wife, and the whole situation is just messy. By the way, this tea is brought to you by Couch Mom Club. So if you want your mugs, go ahead to www.couchmomclub.com and purchase your mugs because you want to get it while it's hot. So go ahead and do that after you watch this video. I wanted to talk about this situation, not necessarily to dwell on the couple and the marriage and all of that stuff, because I really don't have much to say about that. I will not put my mouth on somebody else's marriage. Whatever they choose to do in terms of figuring out what has transpired, the healing, and whether or not they stay together. I mean, every marriage deserves a fighting chance. I will never say leave him because I don't know what I would do in that situation and I don't know what is involved. I don't know them. So, I mean, I can't really say much to that. But I wanted to speak to the woman and the mother. Like, I wanted to kind of appeal to you, Danae Jaxn. I have no idea if you'll ever watch this. By the way, if somebody is watching this and they're friends with Danae Jaxn, just let her know that there's a club. It's called Couch Mom Club, and we are just a group of moms and mom supporters that just love on each other, push each other to get to the next level, and all of that fun stuff. We are mothers and we stick together. And you're a mom and you're going through some tough times, and if you need somebody to just, kind of go through it with, join the club. Just join the club. There's always room for you, girl. But I have some speculations as to why you are being dragged in the media the way that you are. I mean, people have been coming for your appearance. I don't even know why I'm talking directly to you, Danae. But let me just stop that for real quick and just talk to you guys, Couch Mom Club members. This is what I think, guys. I think that it's a really crappy situation to be in, and I would never want to be in her shoes. However, this is the reality of their situation. So Derrick, if you don't know him, he has been a self-proclaimed relationship guru. Like, he just knows everything. He knows the ins and outs. He knows how to treat a woman. He knows, and he wears a shirt so proudly that says black men don't cheat. And this is like his platform. He's been preaching the relationship gospel for as long as I could remember. I never really subscribed to his relationship advice because that's just not my real personality. If I want to have relationship advice, I talk to married people that I know, people that have been successfully married and are doing it right. I just go to the real people in my village if I have questions, or I just pray, really. But I didn't really subscribe to much of his teachings. I just knew about him. And then when he got on the scene with this scandal, it became very, very evident that what he was preaching, he was not practicing.
All of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took.
Now, he had alleged to say that it was a lie and it wasn't true, and then later came out and said that it was indeed true. Well, some of the things he admitted to, and one of those things was that he was in fact cheating on his wife. Now, with that being said, I understand that after some probing and some interviews with the girls that he had been involved with, that he had in fact been cheating on his wife even before they got married. So this is like college days when they were just together. He had always had a problem with seeing other women. Now, it has been said that she also married him under kind of false pretenses, like, the baby would have solved their issues and they got married just to be married for married's sake, that she didn't really want the relationship. He even went as far as to say that, sex with her had been boring and that he didn't want to be sexually active with her, and she had declined sex after having the baby. And girls, moms, you guys know that that's a struggle sometimes, that postpartum sex can be really difficult. That first time can be a little awkward. It's like literally your first time again, and we'll talk about that some other time because I got a lot to say about that too. But right now we're talking about Mr. Jackson and his wife, Mrs. Jackson. Sorry, Ms. Jackson. Sorry, I had to do it. But anyways, he alleged that she was no longer interesting to him sexually, and therefore he pursued other people under the guise of being separated from his wife and pursuing a divorce. So right then and there, he's a lie, because they were never divorced and they were never separated. So anyways, he decided that he was going to cheat on her. The women finally came forward. There has been talk about an abortion that happened with one of the women that he was with, and apparently that situation was really gruesome for the woman involved. And I can only imagine, she talked about being forced to make this decision. And some of the women that have come forward have even said, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm going to tell this truth. So there's some elements at play where you think that there's some kind of fear that is either holding these women back or fear that they've been liberated from. So now they're speaking. I got the impression that the women that came forward, they were just pissed off and they had enough of him. They had been lied to. They were given the hope that maybe he would indeed leave his wife and be with them, pursue a relationship with them. It didn't happen. So now they're upset, fed up, and they want to expose the guy. That's just a synopsis of what has been going on. But I want to talk to the woman. And I mean, if there's anybody in the club that is going through a similar situation or might be going through a similar situation and you need help in terms of how to deal with it, honestly, I'd have to sit down and really think about kind of how I would help you through that. But in looking at Danae's situation, I can assume a few things, and this is just my opinion. So you guys gotta just comment down below, tell me what you think. I'm talking to the mother here. I'm talking to the woman here. She has decided to stay in the relationship and work it out. So both of them have said that this was an old situation that just came to light recently, and they had already been in process of dealing with it and working things out, getting the relationship back on track. So that all came to a head when they did a live with both Derrick and his wife, Danae, and they sat down and they talked about what had all transpired and, where they were going with their relationship. And they decided publicly that they were still married and that they were going to continue on. Now, this situation kind of came to a head last summer. Like, this was July, August time. And if you guys have ever had marriage counseling or ever had any issues, dealing with, infidelity or just situations in your marriage, then you know that a couple of months, is not necessarily enough time to truly grieve the situation, to to, feel all the feels and then work through it to the point of healing. Now, some people might see healing differently, and some people might allow healing to take place a lot more quickly. But generally, from summer till now, such a big situation like somebody multiple times cheating on you, I mean, in my opinion, it takes a little longer than that to kind of get over it. Mind you, she might be full well over it. Like, she says that she's processed and they're now in the resurrected stage of their relationship, and that God has resurrected what was once dead, and now they're living in a situation where they're learning to love each other through what they went through. Based on her appearance, I know a lot of people came for her appearance. They said that she was wearing a bonnet, she wasn't wearing a bra, she had no makeup on, things like that. I mean, I heard another person comment that said, it takes real confidence to show up on camera like that. I agree, because I'm not all the way there yet. There are some times when I get on this camera and I don't have my makeup on and I just kind of sit here kind of shy and talk to you guys. But I feel that if I am going to sell you something, and the reason why I say sell you something is because they made a public statement that the relationship was going to continue and that she was going to stick by her man, and I think that they did it to convince the public. I mean, the guy has a public platform, so all these things kind of almost have to be done in public view. So they came on. You would think she would present herself a little better. I don't know. She says that it's not her bonnet, it is her helmet, and that she's in war clothes because what she's dealing with is spiritual warfare. Girl, I hear you. I hear you. It is tough to go through marriage, because marriage is a ministry. And those of you who are married, you know that it's hard work and you have to go to war for your marriage. I get it. I'm right there with you. I ain't coming on camera with no bra and, and a bonnet. Like, that's just not gonna happen. Either way, there are a number of things that could be going through her head and might be going through one of your heads if you guys are in a similar situation. Like, for example, she might want to stay for the benefit of her children. And I think that that's awesome. I think that's a great idea, that you want to kind of keep the family together and work on it just so that your children can come up or have a chance to come up in a complete home, a home where there's love, a home where there's healing and restoration. And I'm with you. I'm for it. Why not, right? Most moms will want to do what is best for the child. I get it. She also made claims that she is in war for her marriage and that God has chosen her for this battle. And I think that that's noble. And it takes a whole lot of faith. It takes a whole lot of prayer and a whole lot of strength to be able to do that. And more power to you. Again, I am not going to speak on anybody's marriage. If you feel that you gotta do this, then you gotta do this. Every marriage needs a chance, right? I know that this Friday video is kind of taking a different turn from what we normally do on Fridays. I mean, I did come to you with a little bit of hair care, but I wanted to speak to the women and the mothers that just need to know that it's okay to take time to heal first. I know that we are warriors. That's how we're built. We war for our marriages. We war for our children. We war for our communities. That's who we are. But sometimes we are no good on the battlefield if we're wounded. You know what I mean? Like, if we're hurt, if we're broken. And personally, the way that I feel about how Danae presented herself, her body language was really closed off. She looked like she was miles away. And it's not a critique or a criticism. It's just that she seemed to me to still be in process. And there is nothing wrong with that. This is kind of turning into a Wisdom for Wednesday, but guys, rest assured, it is Friday. And I just want to let you know that if you are broken and feel that you still need a battle, you can take a timeout and heal. It's okay to just step back for a second and heal. And if, again, Danae, if you're listening to this, I think that you have a voice, and I think that you can use your newfound platform to really help other people, especially if you are going to save your marriage and stay in it and continue to just do what you feel the Lord has called you to do. Good on you. I mean, a lot of women can benefit from your story. A lot of women can relate and just use you as a point of strength to go through whatever they're going through. But if you need a time, a minute, just a few moments to yourself to really heal, and I mean really heal, take it. You said something very, 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 very interesting, Danae, and I'm talking to you now because I think that it is important, and whoever else is listening, all you guys in the chat room, hey. But I think that when you said something about God being able to resurrect the dead, I'm fully supporting that. I agree with it 100%. But resurrection looks a certain way. Your demeanor to me You seem heavy, you seem weighted down, and of course the situation that you're dealing with is heavy and weighted down. But I think that it also indicates that you need some time. Guys, this has been a long video, just me talking, getting this off my chest, but I just felt like I would use this opportunity to just talk to you moms out there. Like, if you need time to heal, take the time, baby. Just take the time, because you know what? You are better whole than you would ever be fractioned. I'm telling you that right now. And I can just sense that a lot of us have been operating not on full. Some of us are a little bit empty. Some of us need a refueling. Some of us need a timeout. Some of us need a healing. Some of us need a little bit of deliverance. You know what I mean? Like, some of us need a reset, and there is nothing wrong with that. And that is exactly what this club is here for. Couch Mom Club is all about us just empowering each other, healing each other, walking in community with each other, and moving forward. So Danae, there's room in the club, girl. And for everybody else who's out there, if you are watching and you are not yet subscribed, there's room in the club. So just join the club, click that subscribe button, and of course, ring that bell so that you know when I post new videos. I want to talk to you guys some more in the chat about what's been happening. Tell me your thoughts. Do you feel that what I'm saying is off? Are you supporting Danae's choice to stay in the relationship? Do you think that we should cancel Mr. Jaxn? That's a real thing. Everybody's talking about cancel Mr. Jaxn. Let me know your thoughts. And of course, guys, I always love talking to you, and I'm always so thrilled that you spend a little bit of your Friday with me. It is probably the best part of my Fridays, just talking to you for a little bit. But just remember to follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Guys, I am so close to giving away that NutriBullet, and I can't wait. I might have a little bit of a celebration, but let's get me to 500 and beyond. Guys, click that bell. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.